Hello, my name is Daniel Bruce, part of the Capstone 1 team working on the Amylite research project here at Florida International University. Today I'm going to show you how to install your own Kaidos development environment in a Ubuntu virtual machine. I'm going to relay some commands to make the process faster, smoother, but there are two commands that's specific during this installation process that are much more complicated, and I want to walk you through those because I had trouble with them when I first was installing Kaidos, so I want to kind of make it more clear what's going on. So first thing we want to do is sudo apt-get update. When you first run your terminal and you do your first sudo command, it's going to ask for your password. Just enter that. Alright. Next thing we're going to want to do is install Python 3. Sudo apt-get install Python 3 space libpython3-dev space python 3-venv space python space python 3-pip. So I have the latest version for all of these. The output might be longer for you. There's also going to be a yes or no prompt asking you, oh, it's going to take up this amount of disk space. Just press Y, enter, and then the installation process should continue. The next thing we're going to do is make a directory such as demo. I already have a directory called demo, so I'm going to name it demo2, and then we're going to want to go into that directory. Next, we're going to set up our well, before we set up our virtual environment, and this was more of a issue I had when I was first setting up Kaidos in a Ubuntu virtual machine. You may not have this issue, but I did not have Git installed. So you want to make sure you do have Git installed. Sudo apt-get install Git. This is very important. So I have the latest version, but at first I didn't even have Git installed, so let's make sure you have Git installed. Next, we're going to create our virtual environment. So you want to do this with by typing in Python 3 space -m venv, which stands for virtual environment. Now after this, you can name your virtual environment whatever you want. You can name it Kaidos, you can name it hello. For simplicity, we're going to just name it test. Alright, now we're going to want to actually go inside our virtual environment. To do this, you do source, whatever the name of your virtual environment is, in this case test/bin/activate. You'll know you're in your virtual environment when you see open and close in parentheses, and inside those parentheses is your virtual environment name right here next to your username in your virtual machine. Next, what we're going to want to do is install Kaidos. Actually, before that, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to actually want to install wheel. It's going to make, which is pip3 install space --upgrade pip setup tools wheel. Very important before we move on to actually grabbing Kaidos' repos and actually installing Kaidos in our virtual environment. Now what we're going to want to do is install Kaidos by grabbing the repos from their GitHub and setting it up. So this command is a little bit more complicated, so I'm going to walk you through it because I had trouble at first when I was first setting up Kaidos. So you're going to want to do for repo in Python -openflow space Kaidos -utils Kaidos semicolon do. Now what you want to do is you're going to want to press enter. It's going to take you to the next line. It's not going to execute anything because this for loop is not done. Now you're going to do sudo git clone https://github.com/kaidos/ $, open curly bracket, repo, closing curly bracket. Now, at this point you might be able, and then you press enter. Now you might kind of see how this is working now. Now you want to do cd $ curly bracket repo closing curly bracket, press enter, and then you want to do sudo python 3 setup.py develop, enter, cd to back out the directory, and then enter, and then type in done, and then press enter. This is going to take those repos and set them up in your virtual environment and install them. So this may take some time. Alright, so it's done. So now you're going to want to do sudo kaidos d. So then you're going to want to go to your web browser, and you're going to want to go to your local host 127.0.0.1 port colon, and then you want to do 8181. And as you can see, the Kaidos platform is running in our web browser. So Kaidos is running successfully. Now I'm going to walk you through installing network applications Kaidos refers to as NApps, the basic NApps to start developing. So you're going to want to do, now first off, and assuming you're following along, where Kaidos is running and we're in a virtual environment and Kaidos is running. So this is essential to actually install NApps and view the NApps that are enabled. So let's first install the NApps. So sudo kaidos NApps install kaidos /of_core space /. This / is going to take us to a new line, and as long as we keep doing this / we can install multiple NApps at a time. We want to do kaidos flow manager /manager /kaidos /of_l2ls /kaidos /of_lldp /kaidos /topology. Enter. Now it's going to say I already have these installed. What this is going to do is going to go ahead and grab them and install them for you. After installation of these NApps, they will automatically be enabled. To verify this, you do kaidos NApps list, and you'll see the flow manager, OF core, L2L, LLDP, and topology are installed and enabled. So that is how you set up your own Kaidos development environment in your U-Boot new virtual machine. Thank you guys for watching, and that's about it.